Updates with Mr. Warford. Updates with Mr. Warford. Updates with Mr. Warford. Updates with Mr. Warford.
What's up? I'm Updates with Mr. Warford. This is for my integrated social studies people. We're moving on from government and civics into geography for the rest of the year. So when you see the word geography, if you think this, I will come after you, okay? So geography is not just maps and capital cities and labeling maps with crayons, okay? Geography actually involves a lot of different things. Geography is the study of Earth's physical features, the environment, including the impact of human activity on these factors. What do geographers do? People that study geography. They study the Earth, obviously. They study how places and people differ across Earth. They analyze how people and places organize themselves, and they study relationships between people and their physical environment. I really like this quote by this author, Mike Reed. It says, basically, geography is a way of thinking about intellectual problems, both natural and societal, which emphasizes the importance of spatial relationships. Take any social, environmental, or political question or problem and ask yourself whether there's a spatial aspect to it. Chances are that space and place play a role in the explanation and distribution of that question. I really like this quote too. President Barack Obama is not a geographer, but he really gets to the heart of why geography is important. It's not about just memorizing places on a map. It's about understanding the complexity of our world, appreciating the diversity of cultures that exists across continents. And in the end, it's about using that knowledge to help bridge divides and bring people together. So again, how does our physical environment affect us as people? We're going to get into that by the end of the year. So what are 5 themes of geography? All of our units for geography are going to be broken down into 5 themes. We've got location, place, human-environment interaction, movement, and regions. Unit 6, the unit that we are starting today, is going to be over location and place. We're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So location is just where a particular point or object exists on space on a map, okay? So location is an important term in geography because it's usually considered more precise than place, okay? Location is more precise than place. Know that, okay? You need to know the 2 different types of location used in geography. One is absolute, okay? Absolute location is the exact coordinates of a point in space, or the exact location of a point in space. You can know that by using just an address, like you know when you send something in the mail, or more precisely, latitude and longitude coordinates, which we're going to get into. So here's an example of absolute location. 245 Main Street, Lexington, Kentucky, or 45 degrees north, 24 degrees west. Now, another type of location is relative, and relative location is where something is relative to other things, okay? So Kentucky is north of Tennessee, south of Ohio. You're still telling me how to get somewhere, or where something is, it's just more general. All right, so when you think of relative location, think how do you give directions to somebody? Here's an example, Taylorsville, Kentucky. Here's the absolute location of Taylorsville, Kentucky using latitude and longitude coordinates. Anybody on Earth could locate Taylorsville, Kentucky using these coordinates on a map. It tells you exactly where something is on Earth's surface. Now, a little more general, a little more relative, you could say, Taylorsville is roughly 14 miles south of Finchville. You could still get there, it's just a little more general. It tells you where something is in relation to things around it. So if you were to say, where is Spencer County High School? You'd say it's across the street from the McDonald's. That is relative. So this is very important going forward this week. You're going to see 2 things in Google Classroom. All right, there's a thing labeled Map Activity 1 and Map Activity 2. And I want to make this very clear, so I try to make this as simple as possible. Map Activity 1 is done at home. All right, if you are watching this video during hybrid learning during the 2020-2021 school year, This activity is going to be done at home when you're doing virtual learning, whether you're a Monday, Tuesday kid, Thursday, Friday kid. So when you're at home, you're going to complete map activity number 1. Map activity number 2, I want to be done with me because it requires a little more explanation on my part. I'm going to give you a physical map to work through on map activity number 2, and I want to be there to assist you to avoid confusion. Okay, so map activity 1, done at home. Map activity 2, done at school with yours truly. And then by the end of the week, the goal is to have these 2 things completed by Friday. Okay, so when you see in Google Classroom 2 assignments pop up, do not freak out and think that you have to do them both simultaneously. You do not. All right, map activity 1, done at home. Map activity 2, done with Mr. Warford. Okay, and if you are absent for some reason for in-person instruction and can't complete map activity 2, that is okay. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. You can either make that up in person, or if you're going to be absent for a lot of days or possibly weeks, you never know. I can maybe think of an alternative assignment for you. We'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll post instructions in Google Classroom for you specifically. So remember, map activity 1, done at home. Map activity 2, done with me. Okay. So if you're watching this video, it probably means you're at home. You're doing virtual instruction during hybrid learning. So I want you to begin map activity 1. You're going to have multiple days to do that. It's basically a rehashing or review of major landforms, bodies of water, and continents. You'd be surprised how much you forget in your years of schooling about geography. Okay, so when we start talking about different regions of the Earth and different places on Earth's surface, different cultures, I want you to know how to locate where they are on a world map. So we're going to review that. So there's going to be a map that looks like this in a PDF file in Google Classroom. You'll notice that it's blank, but next to each number on the map, there's a hint. We've got oceans, mountains, rivers, seas. They're all here, lakes. So they're all here, and you are going to identify the specific names of these landforms, bodies of water. All right? So how you're going to do that, you're going to look at this. You're going to look up a map using an online source. I looked up physical map of Earth, and this was the first thing I found in Google. So boom, online source, got it. So you're going to look at this. You're going to consult whatever map you find. Maybe you've got an atlas at home. I don't know. You're going to consult this. It'll even let you zoom in. Then there's going to be a Google Doc that you're going to type your answer. So let's look at number 1 together. Here's number 1. My hint is ocean. Where is an ocean in this general vicinity? The Arctic Ocean. And boom, I already gave it to you. But here you go. There's your answer. You're going to do those for all of these in preparation for coming to school in person and doing other activities. Okay, so I want you to do this at home in preparation for something we're going to do in person at school. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, let me know. Peace.